Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Learn English with Podcast, where you can relax, improve your English, and build confidence one sentence at a time. Today's episode is not just about learning English. It is about changing the way you think about learning. Many people believe that success comes quickly. They watch videos online and see people speaking English fluently. They hear amazing stories about someone who learned English in only 6 months. Then they look at themselves and think, why am I still struggling? If you have ever asked yourself that question, this episode is for you. Today, we are going to discover why slow progress is actually one of the biggest secrets to becoming fluent in English. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. Imagine 2 students. The first student studies English for 5 hours every Saturday. During the week, this student does nothing. No reading. No listening. No speaking. The second student studies only 20 minutes every day. Every morning, this student listens to a short podcast while drinking coffee. Every evening, this student reads 1 page from an easy English book. Before going to bed, this student speaks English aloud for 5 minutes. Now, here is an interesting question. After 1 year, which student will speak English better? Most teachers agree that the second student has a much better chance of becoming fluent. Why? Because learning is not about doing everything in one day. It is about doing something every day. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 10 hours once a month. You brush them for a few minutes every single day. That small daily habit keeps your teeth healthy. Learning English works exactly the same way. Small actions repeated every day create big results over time. Many beginners make one common mistake. They try to learn too much. On Monday, they memorize 100 new words. On Tuesday, they forget 80 of them. On Wednesday, they feel disappointed. On Thursday, they stop studying. Does this sound familiar? Don't worry. It happens to millions of learners around the world. Your brain needs time. Learning is like filling a glass with water. If you pour slowly, the glass fills perfectly. If you pour too fast, the water spills everywhere. Your brain is the same. Give it time. Give it space. And most importantly, give it patience. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man named Daniel. Daniel lived in a small town. His dream was simple. He wanted to travel around the world. But there was one problem. He could not speak English. Every time he met a tourist, he smiled politely but stayed silent. He wanted to say something. He wanted to ask questions. But fear stopped him. One evening, Daniel watched an interview with an old traveler. The traveler said something that Daniel never forgot. He said, "Language is not a school subject. Language is a daily habit." Those words changed Daniel's life. The next morning, Daniel made a promise to himself. He would stop trying to become perfect. Instead, he would become consistent. His new routine was very simple. Every morning, he listened to 10 minutes of slow English while eating breakfast. He repeated every sentence aloud. Sometimes he sounded strange. Sometimes he laughed at his own pronunciation. But he continued. Every afternoon he learned 5 new words. Not 50. Only 5. He wrote each word in a notebook. Then he made one simple sentence with every word. For example, journey. My journey begins today. Smile. A smile makes people feel welcome. Practice. Practice helps me improve. At night, Daniel stood in front of a mirror. He looked into his own eyes and spoke English for 5 minutes. Some days he talked about the weather. Some days he described his room. Some days he talked about his dreams. No one listened. No one judged him. The mirror became his first conversation partner. After 1 month, Daniel noticed something interesting. He no longer translated every sentence in his head. Some simple ideas came naturally in English. It was a small improvement, but it felt exciting. 2 months later, he visited a local cafe. A tourist walked inside and asked, "Excuse me, is there a bus station nearby?" Normally, Daniel would smile and walk away. But this time he answered, "Yes, walk straight for 2 blocks. Then turn left." The tourist smiled warmly. "Thank you so much." Daniel smiled too. The conversation lasted only 15 seconds. But for Daniel, it felt like winning a championship. That evening, he realized something important. Confidence does not appear before action. Confidence grows because of action. From that day forward, Daniel was no longer afraid of speaking imperfect English. He understood that every conversation, every mistake, and every small success was helping him become a better speaker. And that changed everything. Why slow progress is the secret to speaking English fluently. As Daniel continued practicing every day, something unexpected happened. He stopped worrying about being perfect. Instead, he started enjoying the learning process. He realized that English was no longer just a subject in a textbook. It had become part of his daily life. When he walked to work, he described the streets in English. When he cooked dinner, he named the ingredients in English. When he watched the sunset, he tried to explain what he saw using simple English sentences. Little by little, English became natural. Months later, Daniel finally took his first trip abroad. At the airport, he felt nervous. There were announcements in English. People from many different countries were talking around him. For a moment, he thought, maybe I'm not ready. But then he remembered something. He remembered every small practice session, every podcast, every sentence, every mistake, every new word. He took a deep breath and walked forward. At the check-in counter, the employee smiled. "Good morning. May I see your passport, please?" Daniel smiled back. "Of course." The conversation was simple, but it was real. Later, he ordered food in English. He asked for directions. He talked with another traveler while waiting for his flight. Not every sentence was perfect. Sometimes he searched for the right word. Sometimes he made grammar mistakes. But something amazing happened. People understood him. And that was enough. During his trip, Daniel met travelers from Japan, Brazil, Germany, Italy, and South Korea. They all spoke English with different accents. Some spoke quickly. Some spoke slowly. Some made mistakes. But nobody laughed. Nobody expected perfect English. Everyone simply wanted to communicate. That day, Daniel learned one of the most important lessons of his life. English is not about sounding perfect. English is about connecting with people. It is about sharing ideas. It is about making friends. It is about understanding the world. And every learner, no matter where they come from, starts exactly the same way. One word, one sentence, one conversation at a time. Now, before we finish today's episode, let's remember 5 important ideas. Number 1. Learning English is a marathon, not a race. You do not need to learn everything today. You only need to improve a little every day. Number 2. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. 20 minutes every day is usually better than 5 hours once a week. Small habits create big results. Number 3. Do not fear mistakes. Every mistake teaches you something new. Every mistake brings you one step closer to fluency. Number 4. Speak as much as possible. Speak to yourself. Speak with friends. Repeat podcast sentences. Read books aloud. The more you speak, the more confident you become. Number 5. Believe in yourself. You may feel slow today. You may feel frustrated tomorrow. But if you continue, your future self will thank you. Now I have a small challenge for you. Starting tomorrow, practice English for just 15 minutes every day. Listen to one podcast. Learn 5 new words. Speak for 5 minutes without stopping. Do this every day for 30 days. At the end of the month, listen to today's episode again. You will be surprised by how much you understand. That is the power of small daily progress. Before we say goodbye, let's repeat today's most important sentence together. Listen first. Slow progress is still progress. Now repeat after me. Slow progress is still progress. Again. Slow progress is still progress. One last time. Slow progress is still progress. Excellent. You did a wonderful job today. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for listening carefully. And thank you for never giving up on your English journey. Remember, every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Every expert was once a learner. And every great journey begins with a single step. Keep listening. Keep practicing. Keep speaking. And most importantly, keep believing in yourself. I hope this podcast made your day a little brighter and your English a little stronger. If you enjoyed this episode, come back for the next one. We will continue learning together, one story at a time, one conversation at a time, and one small step at a time. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep smiling. Keep learning. And have a beautiful day. Goodbye, my friend. See you in the next episode of Learn English with Podcast.